Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious, and today we're going to be going over some of the additions alongside the Raffle event, most notably the Mysterious package and how to resolve it, but we're also going to be going over a bit of a first impressions about the update and what my feelings are compared to last time around's event. Before we begin, I just want to say, please make sure to like and subscribe down below, it really does mean a ton, and also use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. It really helps out more than any of you can understand. I really appreciate it. I am in major debt to you guys. You're the best community I could ask for, so thank you. Starting off today, if you look in my inventory, you can see I have an item called the Mysterious package. This is one of the new minor drops that you can get from the Raffle event, and it will likely have an earnable way to get it after the raffle is over. But for now, as you can see, if I correctly dispose of this item, I gain +1 fishing wisdom and 250,000 coins. Initially, there was a lot of hope that this could be some unique little hunt or something like that, but in reality, the truth is you just have to drop it into this lava whenever you fish up a Flag Blast. You do need the Flag Blast, don't try to drop it in the lava without it, but if you do have the Flag Blast here, and you're nearby the Kucher Believer over here, you can just toss it in right over here, and you'll get that +1 fishing wisdom, which will make you very happy. For this next section, I wanted to give a bit of a first impression about the current Raffle event and what I think about it compared to the Year 300 event. Initially, I think things are looking pretty good. There are a lot of major improvements with this Raffle event compared to the Year 300 one. Most notably, the fact that you can actually see what the possible rewards are en masse, which I think is pretty cool, but also the fact that there are Raffle milestones, which I think are great, and there are daily tasks. These are the best part of the new Raffle event, because it gives you a reason to log in every day and do some specific things that otherwise you might not do in Skyblock. For myself currently, I am doing a lot of things that I wouldn't normally be doing at all, most notably killing a lot of the Crimson Isle mini-bosses. That is something I generally do not like to do, but this has given me an incentive to do so. The Year 300 Raffle was not great because it didn't incentivize you to actually play the game. It incentivized you to hop in an AFK pool, check your rewards, and that was that. This actually gives you a reason to hop on, a reason to check out things you otherwise didn't. And I really hope that something like this ends up in the base game, not just in a raffle format, but also just as a general Skyblock daily event sort of deal. I was talking about this a lot on stream. It'd be really cool if there were daily tasks that you can do in Skyblock that, if you did them all, would give you some sort of reward. Whether that be a form of skill XP boost for the day, whether that be just flat skill XP for the day, even something like coins, or maybe even cosmetic items, something to get you to play every single day, and just, step out of your comfort zone and do something a little bit more interesting. In terms of the other parts of the raffle, one thing I'm not the biggest fan of is the size of some of the raffles, most specifically the speed raffle. I think 5 major rewards is just not a lot. It doesn't really make me super excited when I open one, because reasonably, with 237,000 total tickets, I'm not going to get the reward. It'd be cool if there were just a few more in here, maybe 10 or 15 or maybe even 25. Regardless, I think that's kind of a nitpick. Another thing, I don't think Devon's powder coating should be a major reward. In terms of price, it's just not even in the same category as many of these other items, so it probably shouldn't be there personally. Aside from that, though, I think things are structured really nicely. I like the questing system, I like the milestone system, and many of the new items, the ones over here like the rune book and the bass and the drawing simulator, are all very cool and somewhat unique. I hope we keep getting items like this in Skyblock, and apparently some of these items are going to make it into the game as just regular additions after the event is over, which is very cool and pretty exciting. Another thing I wanted to bring up here is the fact that the Raffle event on day 1 was rough on the servers. People were getting kicked kind of en masse, and it was an issue. I was having a lot of issue getting into a dungeon run in order to do my dailies, and it was a problem. Hopefully these things are resolved for now, but I imagine this is going to be an issue when the foraging update drops and like 70,000 people show up out of nowhere to hop in on 1.21, which is going to be a very interesting event at the least. I also think it's pretty cool that we didn't get a Raffle event alpha. I think generally we didn't really need one. It allowed us to see some of the new additions on day 1. It would have been a lot worse if we already knew what these items did and exactly how powerful they were, before the update dropped. And many of them aren't very powerful. They're all just kind of jokey, silly little items. But it's cool that we didn't get to see them in advance, and they just dropped and surprised us. Overall, aside from the minor issues that I've had with the Year 400 Raffle, in my view, it is a major success and a step up from the Year 300 one. I hope that the admins continue to take these lessons forward into additional content updates and things like that. I think the new additions in terms of content itself are pretty nice. The little items that we got are pretty sweet. And I hope that the admins continue to add more as we move further into 2025. I would love to hear your thoughts on things like a daily quest system down below. I think Skyblock needs something like that, especially for the early game. Player structure is definitely incredibly important, and a lot of the issues that I hear from early game players are things like, hey, I want to play more, but I don't know what to do. There are a million things in my tab list, a million things in my menu. What should I get started on? And I think something like a daily quest system would give people that structure that they need. At the end of the day though, my name's Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed. Use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. And look to the future, fellas. I'll see you then.